Okay, audio and link. New game, so I don't know what the sound quality is like. Well, we'll have to investigate it as we go. Link. Yeah, I had a long break. It's good to be back. This is a PC game, and Strange Horticulture, tax my GPU. So, trying to avoid that. I did find out you can stop the preview on OBS. So that should save a little bit of GPU. Audio. Yes, okay, my voice sounds good. You can barely hear the sounds. Just not really much to do about that, I think. I can lower my voice down, but I know it's already pretty quiet for people. Well, we'll see what the main sounds are like when the music comes. Get myself out of my ear. Yeah, so I'm basically completely blind. We might have a cat named Jupiter. Unclear. There's apparently a spider somewhere. I turned on auto-labeling because I'm bad at copying, I'm bad at spelling, so... And you can apparently move around the shop, so I wonder if this is going to be a little more 3D than the last game. I found that very interesting, but that's all the information I'm going in with, so... Let us get started. Okay. As a Thermitage's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, the potent from the mild. Cool start. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Ellie left the shop. Strange antiquities in my hands. Okay. It's only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Ellie left the shop. Strange Antiquities, the name of the shop, in my hands. Cool. How's the music? I feel like it's very quiet. Can you guys even hear that music? Oh dear. Okay. Let's see. I don't hear it at all. Is that a problem with my capture then? Okay, so you can hear it through my mic if I have my volume all the way up, but I think I failed to capture the, I'm in my ear. I think I failed to capture the application's audio. Let me see. How would I fix that? Okay. I think... There we go. Okay. We've got audio, and that's actually a bit loud. Okay. Now it's too quiet. Oh, wow, that's loud. Okay. Down here, maybe? That sounds like it's more reasonable. Might be a little loud still. Okay, well, we'll turn it down a little more. How's this? Sounds like that might be reasonable. Fair balance. Yeah, if anybody else has an opinion, let me know, but I'll go with this for now. Okay. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Ellie left the shop, strange antiquities in my hand. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging and with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of a rising dread. Cool, I like it. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Inky blackness takes over the page. Okay, loading. Day 1, Thursday. Cat! Pet the cat. Aww. And it purrs too, I love that. And it has two different colored eyes. Self, don't just abandon your view of chat. Now that I've got the audio sorted. Okay. Alright, focus. Pet the cat. And the belt. First customer. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care and with some reluctance I might add. Make use of my reference material. Here, take this. Ellie White. That makes me wonder if it's not pronounced Ellie. Eli? Eli White. Okay, so Eli. There is an index in the back that might be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. Uh-oh. I should be back in a few days. Okay. So I've got my reference guide. Okay. So you can change your view with the arrows, but it's not like move around the shop. Okay, that's cool. I like it. The cat. So shop is in my hand, but I shouldn't touch anything. Inspect. I am ADHD overwhelmed. I'm like, there's so many shiny things. Ring the bell. Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Harmish. But I reserve some room for the laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. If you would be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. To inspect hunter's boon. Wait, oh. I thought that would be opening it, but no, whoops. I tried to give him my index. Okay. Okay, hunter's boon. Huh. Here it is. A hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simply items without embellishment. They are simple items without embellishment. Okay. So, I'm looking for something that looks like it's a dead beast. And it shouldn't be embellished. That, maybe. Shouldn't access that for a while, because it's locked. Yeah, I'm assuming it's... Inspect. Color and composition, a sense of touch, scent and sound, inner perception. Yellowy brown. Now this is interesting. This is interesting. I mean, it's the only thing in the shop that would count as a hunter's boon, surely. Oh, I didn't look down here. Is there... Okay. Identified. Hunter's boon. Clues: this is a tiger tooth, a trophy from a predator. Upon closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Okay, so this is very interesting. I like this new possible system. Okay. Book contents discovered. Okay, so we're probably gonna read those eventually, as always. Business as usual. Handle your first customer trophy. Yeah, you can add labels while inspecting them. Cat. The nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide darker deeds, or so my fathers always used to say. Seems like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. That seems like maybe it's a bad idea, but who knows? A shadow hold. Here it is. Shadow hold. A shadow hold or ostrich vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an ostrich spirit, the manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. And this is the design. So I'm looking for a container that has this design. Okay. Container. That looks like the design, but it's not a container, seemingly. This is a container. Move the cursor over different parts of the object to inspect it. Pungent. Okay. These markings have been carved in. Spongy. Hard and somewhat rough. Okay, this is interesting. Cork clay. Nothing to remark on the inner perception. Oops, that's not... Here. Is it? Yeah, that's basically the design, right? I don't think we have any other container. Identified. Shadowhole. Clues. The item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. I really like the clues, so like if you didn't get it, then it like tells you why. And we'll probably read the contents eventually, so I don't read them when I get them. Yeah, auto-labeling option if the setting, if labeling them by hand isn't your thing. And trust me, we don't want me streaming trying to label these things. David Choffer. Is that name from Strange Horticulture? I never paid attention. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Now, the good Dave to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Yeah, I wonder if it's the same mailman. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr... That looks like an F, but I want to say it's a J. I don't know cursive. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's some... Words. Okay, order yourself. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the Shin. Charlie's Weathers. Okay. In the boatyard? Am I supposed to, like, map? Ah, here's the characters' things. The Thermaturger. Eli White. Eli White is a thaumaturger. I don't know how to say that word. A collector and curator of powerful objects. Objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that's more reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. Jupiter! The cat has a name! Visits. Day 1. Okay. Yeah, and then that's what we started out with. Okay, cool. Jupiter has its own card! Yay! And his eyes follow your mouse if it's close enough. Jupiter. Jupiter is the Thaumaturge's cat. Or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's Thaumaturge. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems to be well known among the town's residents. Wait, Devourer of Souls? Eli, the Thaumaturge. Jupiter, Devourer of Souls. What is this? Okay, all praise cat. All praise cat, and don't be taking any of my souls. You know, that's not the kind of praise we do here. Everybody make sure to respect cat, unless he eat your soul. Now, am I supposed to go somewhere? I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. I wonder if that's because I made a mistake. This is openable, but I shouldn't do that. He said not to touch things. Stanley Hum. I don't know. I want an ostrich ring. So you have a stutter? An ostrich ring. Ostrich. That's a pleasing word to hold on the tongue. I don't know if you have a stutter. I'm very suspicious of you. Emily Opal has returned from the grave. Cinder, it's good to see you. Oh, what's this? Subject referenced in. Wait. Crochin, ostrich ring. Okay. Okay, an ostrich ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Crochin, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Crochin's unearthly hiss when they hold an ostrich ring up to their ear. Crochin, the serpent god. Okay. Interesting. So, wait. I'm looking for a ring, but what else am I looking for? There's a ring on that dead hand. I don't like the idea of touching it, though. Somewhat macabre objects. Unearthly hiss when they hold it up to their ear. Surely we have some ring that's not on a dead hand. Sound. Expecting it to smell worse than it does. Okay, so it's smelling. Inner perception? You have nothing to remark. I don't think it's the one. Hey, I just noticed this necklace with the eyeball follows me. Wait. Okay, no. I think the shaking was just from my hand touching it. So that's not a ring. That's marking on a tree. Super creepy. It has an energy about it. Nothing to remark. Ring. Nothing to remark. This is strange. Yeah, I did rest well. Been outside a bit. I've been enjoying the frost and such. I hope everybody else has been relatively well too. I don't smell worse. Gold ring, withered flesh. Wet, leathery, bony, quite unpleasant to the touch. Hard and cool. Just expecting it to smell worse. It doesn't, like, say any sound. An ostrich ring. Made as an offering. Sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. An unearthly hiss. Ring? Is it because I haven't, like, gone here? Yeah. That's unfortunate. Well, I hope things get better. I mean, it's the only ring in the shop, right? So... But it doesn't have the whispering that it should. Cat. I guess I'll just find out, like, what happens when you fail. Yeah, that's not it. Ooh. Slide out of body feeling like my hands belong to somebody else. Nothing to remark. Won't be getting better anytime soon as we will be hit with snow. I like the cold, but you don't need to be freezing. I wish we'd get a snow. Just give the snow our address. Say go there and go, you know, go away from there. Evil quality. Soft sound like a serpent whispering emanating from it. This isn't a ring. It's a loop, but it kind of even negated with the bone across it. That's not a ring. Made of bone, this item satisfies the description macabre. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. Yeah, I guess I should look at just other things too. I'm like, thanks. I'm like, I will be joyous when it's here. Edmund Bishop, and I noticed that he's an actual character. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivorous, carrion eaters mostly, but they take anything that they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. What? I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there, and I'd like to know what. A voice of Kronos might help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. Voice of Kronos. Gotta keep the Devourer of Souls happy. Voice of Kronos. The name Voice of Kronos is used to refer to any bronze torque, don't know that name, that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature, and that words, order yourself. The name Voice of Kronos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Kronos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Holding or wearing a torque, so like a staff or a snake. I guess it could be a necklace or a belt. Kronos wearing his torque. Wearing, not holding his torque. So maybe the weird necklace thing? Could be any of those things though. So something bronze. This maybe. What was that? That would show the necklace. I think it's that. Yeah. It's gotta be. Black Riot, welcome in! It's good to see you. Hope you're well. Yes, Voice of Kronos. Clue, this item is made of bronze. A similar looking item appears around the neck of Kronos in the sketch. Yes. All makes sense. Spirit Eye. I'll read that when it comes around. Okay, end of day. Cat. Pet the cat. End of day 1. The black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Back Barrow. Oh dear. Oh, hello? Huh? Why am I sketching something out through, dots? This is interesting. So what's this then? Chains? An escaped prisoner. Ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Well, this is all very concerning. Huh? You can see Jupiter's tail. Okay, so they want me to use... Well... Okay, so these start out here, but they're not... like... Oh, there's a drawer. Okay. Explore. Okay, it's map. It's somebody had papers for me at the dock, I guess? Okay, this is overwhelming. Oh! Hey, strange holoculture's on this map! Okay, forget the actual quest. Strange holoculture. Friday, strange holoculture. This curious plant shop on the edge of the town is quite a haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinary, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines with a gently purring hellebore curled up in my lap. I hope Jupiter isn't jealous. Oh, and I got a plant from that. Cool. Okay, we have actual work to do, though. Can I still explore? Like, do I have to refill that, or... Boatyard. The boatyard, 8. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotted timbers covered most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats. Slowly being claimed... Words, okay. Words, order yourself. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotted timbers covered most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats. Slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into the dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water and a thin window paddle rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown paper out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. I like the sketches. And I actually like how it's like filling up my window. I don't know, it's a cool thing. Okay, I got papers. Apparently as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I've no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Item discovered. This weird thing. Okay. Do you think there's a danger to storing certain artifacts next to each other? I'm certainly concerned about that possibility. Now there's a card too. This has a check mark, so into the archive it goes. Okay, we'll ring the bell, and then we'll get to that card, I think. Maybe open a portal to hell or some pocket dimension. Verona Green. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Ungramir fizzling with fear over these ravens, and the Thermachug has left his apprentice in charge. So this person was pretty important in the Strange Holoculture. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I am an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Okay. What kind of book is that? Okay. Interesting. So, Verona Green, in the strange horticulture, like, was actually, fundamentally important to winning the game. I guess I'll avoid sequels because, while this may be a sequel, it's not, like, a direct sequel, so people might try and watch it without having watched Strange Horticulture, but she was very important. Wait. I can move the candles? Now that's interesting. I want to poke and prod all the things, but he told me not to. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospect. I've heard a horn shackle might be the answer. Horned shackle. Wait, no. That's not. I don't think I have that yet. No, here it is. Horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, borrowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. An example of an elaborate horned shackle. Okay. Possibly cow theme. Maybe this. Smooth. Wood. Need a remark. Can be pendants, but pointy. Hard and somewhat rough. Ridged. It's this. Good, I wasn't confidently wrong. Horned shackle. The item has horns. Closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. Okay. Okay, maybe there's a prison on this map? Wait, Strange Antiquities has a place on this map. What happens if I visit myself? The old jail. It says it's old though, which implies it's not like currently in use. Northwest, hid in the first building he came to. So if he came from the old jail. Oh damn it! They don't give me a compass. You think I know my directions? Okay, northwest, southeast. Okay. And he ran northwest, so up and to the left. From 10, you say it's 11? I'm not so sure, and I do like to figure out my puzzles myself unless I'm having a problem. Up and to the left. I think that's 4, actually. The church is old and the roof is in need of repair. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to the otherwise gray exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where an old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently against faded gravestones in the breeze. The pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church. There are some that believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cut from its limb are alleged to provide healing through pain. Huh. Well, wasn't that? Northwest. Maybe 3? I mean, you say 11, but that's going east, not west. Maybe it's not from the old jail, though. I don't seem to have consequences of going places, though, so... At the top of the... This isn't a building, got it. At the top of the hill is a cluster of grassy mounds. The burrows, whoever is buried in them, must have been important in their time. Northwest, first building he came to. Maybe it's about, like, where's the exit of the jail? Presumably it'd be on this road. Any other jails? I guess the pit could be jail, but unlikely. Godfrey's Tower could be jail. Nothing really to inspect about it. Okay. Okay, the map is the same as just using Explore. Got it. I do notice that there's drawers on this side. On thermic fields. All thermic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thermic lens. A Duric field pattern, these fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. I was going to... the book. It wouldn't have a symbol like that, would it? Yeah, I think this is unrelated to that. Okay. Mailman. At least the weather's looking a little bit better out there today. Good day. You might be interested in... Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm and it's yours. For the right price, of course. Kind regards, John Royston. Okay. Let's go. John... So, the farm. Quarry yard. Oh, maps. Huh. Oh, number 1. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. What? John Royston. Did I go to the wrong farm? Was that somebody's specific farm? Greywick Farm. Care to leave an address next time? Royston Farm, 30. Okay. Nice. You're going in my pocket while I do my doctor's appointment. Pocket opal. Well, have a good appointment, Blackriot. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Item discovered. Now that looks cool. Raised detail. Tarnished silver. Nothing to remark on the scent or hearing. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Okay. Yeah, let's hang it up here. Okay, so I can move these plants too. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. That can go in my archive. The Occult Scholar, Verona Green. Verona has been a constant in Undermere for as long as the streets have had cobblestone and the churches have had bell towers. She is respected and feared, which she revels in, and she is revered and admired, which she tolerates. Her knowledge of the occult world is second to none, and her expertise has steered the citizens of Undermere away from catastrophe on more than one occasion. The near misses of the Slenic Frame and the Woken Dendru are two such events that spring to mind. She is of the opinion that no problem is so great, no obstacle so insurmountable that it can't be diminished by a properly brewed pot of tea. Now I want the third game, or whatever. Tell me about the Slenic Flame. Because the Woken Dendru is strange horticulture. The anthropologist Edmund Bishop. The 14th Lord of Greyston Castle is a man of wealth and privilege. Like the 13th before him, he is a man who would be easy to despise as his father was, but he is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he is a professor of ancient languages at the University of Cambria, but his real passion is birds. Birds are cool. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. That's cute. Hey, can... okay, there, it closed. Did not mean to pull out my, magnifying glass. Northwest. Oh, these are here now. Well, let me go to the wine cellar. Strange Antiquities, 29. Then this is next door, so it would likely be the wine cellar. The proprietor, a Mr. Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar, so it doesn't need to be a named house. Got it. Okay. When I explain the... Okay. Reset. The proprietor, Mr. Cranmore, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take the lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me, but I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. I mean, if they're cursed objects, that's fair. Items discovered. That's pretty. Okay, that can go there. I guess this could go here. You... I don't know. Wonder what this symbol is. Right. And it does not have to be a named building. So north is up, west. So this would be the first building he came across, right? Okay, we've wasted my time here. Oh. So you do get punished for going in non-named wrong locations. Got it. Northwest. Is this not like the first... Did he run this way? This is so unclear. Ugh. Okay, let's put that aside. Kind of the same problem as the first game on that one, but... Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Prince Street. We share the moment before he slunk off into the dark on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. She lived all alone on the edge of town out on the Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. You want to bring your grandmother something. My thought, maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. That's not the right book. Why'd you switch places? I mean, I'm sure that was my fault, but... A moon heart. Moon heart? Oh, we don't seem to have a moon heart yet. Heart chamber. Feeling. Moon, Selenic Totem. Moon heart, Selenic Totem. Selenic Totem. These carved totems, most commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to call the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and nautic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. I really like their pictures. I didn't understand what I'm looking for. So I might feel a feeling of love or joy or something when I'm examining it. Sometimes featured crescent shapes. Either to the moon or the night. This. Warm. Nothing to remark. Gold and stone. That doesn't sound right. Carved totems. That's the same symbol as on our thing. Our desk. They did have an owl in that tree, so... I am overcome by a warm, loving emotion. It doesn't really have association with the moon, but they showed an owl, and owls are at night, so... And warm, loving feeling. Okay, I was right. Identified. Clues, this is a card totem. The owl is associated with the night. It bears a concealed crescent shape. Oh, I didn't see that. Where is it? Oh, this concealed crescent shape? I guess. Yeah, that's fair. Using the closer inspection tool tells me it imparts a feeling of joy. Yep. This card is just eating at me. Well, let's try 11 if you think it's 11. I might riot if it's 11, but... The Museum of History has a quiet grandeur lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. It's not unlike strange antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. The curator ushers me away. Eli and I have an agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. So it wasn't 11 either. Also, this doesn't have... These two don't have symbols. Okay, those three don't have... 4. I wonder why. Cat. A flower shape. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. So you want a cursed one for her to steal? 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. Or maybe you just want it back, I don't know. Do you have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Yeah, you want a cursed pendant for her. I want to say the bat, but we have to look around. I will need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside of my shop. Binding seed and Lear. So I can probably do a murder or do something a little more professional. These items are made of two distinct materials representing the metallic and the wactic. Wakesick. The mind and the body. The winding path, the mind, is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. A binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. That seems like a good thing to leave. And the lair. Lamb siphon, libra. Maybe it's the Zila? Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart. These innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. I'm not gonna do that! Zeals are made of any single material except wood or clay. These typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Don't install paranoia. That's gonna result in a murder or something. So, a binding seed. Feelings of guilt and shame. I hope that doesn't result in a self-murder. But it doesn't seem like it'll, like, keep them wearing it, so. I don't know. I'm not gonna give the other one a cursed necklace they can't take off, though. A spiral. Two distinct materials. And then I should feel guilt or something. And it should be a necklace. Stone and wood. I don't like how this makes me feel. Okay, but is it guilt or is it like paranoia? Wrong book. Oh, where is it? Binding seeds? Swirly. Winding path encompassing something else. That seems right. And innocent looking items. Except wood or clay. No symbols or other writing. Both louder and clearer. Interesting. Every sound. I realized I didn't say. I mean, this definitely does look innocent. You have nothing to remark about the eye following you. Okay. Intricately detailed, cold and smooth. Green marble. That's all you have to say about the eye following you. Okay. Oh yeah, I should probably bring these out. Oh. Somewhat painful. Nothing to remark. There's an darkness to it as if it holds untold fears inside. So I think this might be the zeal. That's not the right button. Wait, you can change the shape? An icon? Okay. Wait, that's not a... How's it spelled? H. Am I pronouncing that zeal? Zeal? How do you even pronounce that with an H? Zehel? I should add a question mark, probably. There. But we're not gonna give that one. We're gonna give this one. The item is made of two materials, wood and stone. It features a spiral surrounding a sealed. Yep, binding seed. Guess you haven't been pet in a while, Devourer of Souls. They found a man just now in that house where all of them ravens were. Uh-oh. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he wasn't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg, and I'll be taking a Librera to see us safely through. Librera are purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change, but they are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a Librera is not merely decorative. There is power in symbology, as the old Thermites knew well. So maybe this triangle eye thing? I don't know. Symbology. What am I looking for? The one thing I do wish is that we could keep this book open. That's what I want. So I could have my reference guide open while I look at the things or something and compare easier. It's a little inconvenient how it is now. I don't know if I even have this. Maybe I need to get that card. Oh, it's this symbol. An imbuement of wisdom. Is wisdom on one of these? Wisdom. It's this weird crown thing. No. This, maybe. You know, if you cut it by the colors, then it's like wisdom. This is the symbol for wisdom, and then the other side would be a symbol for wisdom. I don't know, though. Cool and warm. So that would be like duality of change, maybe. Offer reassurance in time of upheaval and change. Not merely decorative, so maybe it's highly, like, glamorous, like that gem thing. I'll try it. No. Getting a little concerned about this thing. Oh, hey. Symbology. Calm. Calm moving to confusion. Then we have fear. And insanity. Okay. Calm, confusion, fear, insanity. So right now I'm confused. Yes, kinda. Then we move to fear and then we go insane. Okay. That's interesting. I kinda like how they use their own system there. But what am I looking for here? Perhaps it's time for my break. Or just like arrange my shop a bit. break already, but I just arrived. How's the antique shop running? Well, pretty good. Yeah, we were left in charge of the shop, but the owner might have been murdered. We don't know yet. We have a cat. Its name is Jupiter. It's apparently the devourer of souls. And technically the shop has the cat. Or maybe the cat has the shop, you know. Yeah, I do like the system. It's pretty cool. You can examine. And then you, like, smell. It has a strong odor. When shaken, it rattles. And sense of touch. And that's how you identify things. Yeah, they were talking really ominous about ravens and how, like, we thought it'd only be for a little while, but the ravens and the dark omens. And then this person, they found a man just now in the house where all of them ravens were. So, it could have been a murder. Him, I don't know. I mean, maybe he's not dead. His eyes were all black, though, and he was sheet white. I've got this card, and like the first game, I'm having a problem with the map identification system. Because we've got, like, the old jail, and a prisoner escaped. They ran northwest. Not that button. We've got our compass here, so up is north, and left is west. So then, if you, like, go up, like, where are you running for? Do you need to take the streets? Do you just go up? It says the first house he came across, and, like, this is up the road and to the west. This is up the road and to the west. This was not the answer. That was not the answer. This wasn't the answer. So it's like, where, how long did he run? You didn't specify anything. He hid me in the first building he came to. There's so many buildings here. How long did he run? Where did he start running from? Cass, welcome in. It's good to see you. Yeah. So then I don't know if I actually have the thing they want, or if I need to solve this before I'll have it. And they have an insanity system for wrong guesses, so. And I don't know what happens at the end, you know. I mean, presumably you'd have to use the road, right? And maybe he's not even running from the old jail, because the old jail just seems like it's like... I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Well, I can click the old jail, but... I don't think that would help. The old jail stands silent. Its rusted iron bars, the only thing separating me from the ghosts of former prisoners. I take a quick look around, but there's nothing to find here. Yeah, you don't get punished for, named guesses, but if you try any of the things that aren't named, then they have a problem with it. So, up and to the left. Huh. Maybe like this? Must have taken the wrong turn. This isn't where I meant to come. Yeah, and now I've inched further up the confusion, closer to fear. And then this red up here is insanity. Or is it... Okay. Do you click the old jail, or is it just the small buildings around the old jail? Great to finally catch a stream. Yeah, it's good to see you, Cass. Click the building northwest, the small one. Old jail. You're saying northwest, the small one? So like this one? Maybe. Must have taken the wrong turn. Yeah. So this was kind of a problem I had in the last game. Occasionally, like, their directions are unclear to me. And they seem to have worked that out with, like, the identification of objects, but with the, like, more ways to examine the thing. But the map system might be having this problem. I guess I can use a hint. I should consult my book of symbols. Symbology. Well, I already identified wisdom. Maybe it's something else I was supposed to be identifying? Librura? I mean, there's this, I guess, but... An imbuement of wisdom shows the Librura is not merely decorative. And this is wisdom. But, like, I tried this one, which is 2 wisdom symbols, one upside down, one not, and that wasn't right. And they just said it doesn't seem to have given me much to go on. Maybe I should check the symbols associated with this or something. And I wish I could, like, leave the book open so I could, like, look between it and this, but I can't seem to. Give me another hint. Okay, yeah, it is the symbol of wisdom. Well, they're not saying I don't have the thing, so maybe that's important. Oh, there. Here it is. Okay. I did have the item. Okay. Why does this guy remind me of Nikola Tesla? I don't know. I probably butchered the name, too. Go to the old jail again. It's the building on 11? This item bears a symbol of wisdom. Identified. So it wasn't this 11. I tried the Museum of History, so... What do you mean? 11 o'clock from the jail. Well, 12 would be straight up, so it's this one? Is that right? Waiting for confirmation. Okay, let's try it. Thank you, Yun. The dilapidated whale house is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce its depth. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I am even in the right place at all. When suddenly and unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More relieved than related, I take the trinket back to the shop for further study and a warm drink. Okay. Click it and believe. Let's go. We passed our geometry. Yeah, good to know. Roads? Ignore roads. They mean nothing. I mean, I guess if I was an escaping prisoner, I wouldn't necessarily pay attention to the roads, but how do you know there's a place through it versus, like, there's a wall there or a ravine? Item discovered. Well, this isn't creepy at all, and by that I mean it's very creepy. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Polished, rough. Iron. A huge black gemstone streaked with red. And you have nothing to remark about that. Okay. You can go with this creepy hand. Well, no, I don't want the creepy hands together. Oh hey, it's a gem and a dragon hand, almost like the stone from your OC stories. Oh my gato, let's hoard it. No, see, that is not an opal. The gem that the dragon's scales turn into look nothing like that. Let's hoard it. A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head, where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Ooh. What did you do, man? A deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with a diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. What did you do, man? Okay, and now we make another one of those cards. Okay, we're matching up the building. Could just be a murder weapon, too. Ugh, ew, what was that description? Yeah, fair point. Building! Building matchup. Okay, there's a lot of building strings here. And I guess we're clicking the yellow one. You? No, not you. No. Or maybe. Well, this is all in my way. Can I get the map out separately, maybe? And now my card is gone. Oh, interesting. It's to the side when I put it down there. Hmm. So which one? Hmm. You have potential. Prince Street. I think that might be it. Small one. Then the next one, and then... Oh, maybe not. I'm gonna try it. Well, that's not really separating them, but still... Okay, go. There's a narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out into the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long-hidden treasures. Items discovered. Ooh, pretty. Shiny. Doesn't smell or hear anything. It seems to make the hairs stand up on the back of my neck. Okay, concerns now. Cold. Polished. Silver. Glass filled with a blue liquid. A white hair. Okay. And... Weathered. Gemstones. Material. Nothing of too interest on that one. I kind of wish you could change, like, the length the necklaces hang from, but it's not a big deal. Francesca Robertson. Good afternoon. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. Oh, you have a scrape there. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. I assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford? It seems to be the talk of the town already. The guy with black eyes, maybe? I'm used to dealing with melodies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Yes? Either way, I'm hopeful an advocate will have some effect. An advocate. Can't help with this one. My eyes are already horizontal enough. Any further, I'll be blind. That might be just it. Sheesh, amazing recon. Throw it to Cass and see what happens. Throw what to Cass? I didn't read that soon enough. Oh, wait, what was I looking for? An advocate. Oh. I don't like that photo. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nonetheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 little pound. I hate that it's represented by LB. It makes no sense. They are placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Okay, the weight is important. Stone items. I have this, I have that, I have this. Several stone items, but which one? Well, not that one. You. Hey, I don't know what weighs a pound. Oh, I can move this. Okay, that's good to know. Oh! Okay. Hey, can you, too light. That's pretty good. Too heavy? Didn't think it'd be that. Too heavy. Way too heavy. Red paint, hard and cool. Nothing to remark. Red paint or blood, they specify. Identified. This item is made of stone. Weighing the item using my scales shows that it is exactly 1 pound. Pet the cat. Keep the devourer of souls happy. Any mysterious relic, just test it out on cast, they can take it. No, Yon. If you have time to suggest, you have time to test. Person! Temperance Parker. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. He always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I can tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. I know it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. Shield charm. Concerning. Generic charm of protection have little to offer that the skilled thaumaturge, but can have some small effect. An ostrich spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. They'll get warded off by them. Such charms have use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials, though rarely precious metals. Rarely, but not never. Okay, art of symbology. So, symbol of protection. Protection. Oh! That's what we have on our desk. And something had that symbol. You. They didn't really get any other thing to go off of. Take it. Apprentice. Identify 10 items. Okay, clues. This pendant has the symbol of protection. Okay. The Doctor. Francesca Robertson's. Growing up, Francesca's father was her hero. When he died suddenly and tragically in a mysterious accident, nobody seemed able or willing to give her the answers she demanded, and she grew tired of being said the same stories that she knew could not be true. As she entered adulthood, she learned how to find things out for herself, and what she learned opened her mind to a world she hadn't known existed, a world of occult maladies and dark articles. She learned about Tormund's paralysis, Hobbs' fear, and Sapphire curse, and she learned that these maladies could be cured. Okay. Sapphire's curse. Selenic flame. Okay, that's not the same thing at all. That's wrong button. Okay. Cat, there's something I wanted to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? Fair. Honestly, yeah. It was hanging behind an old shed all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Thank you. I think, maybe I'm judging too soon. I think you might suck at map drawing. Hey, okay. There can only be so many ponds on this map, right? Here's a pond. There's a building, there's a longer building. But this has got like a cross, so maybe the graveyard? If there is a graveyard? I'm not seeing the words graveyard. Maybe the church? There's a pond there. There's not the trees that there needs to be in between them, though. Down here? Pond, no trees. Pond. Maybe I'm focusing too much on the trees. There's also the roads, I guess. Maybe I should look at that more. Not sure. There's no trees over here. There's like a building next to the pond, they say. This. Maybe? No. This is too long of a building. Surely not, though. Maybe near the church? Yeah, the church is up here, and there's this. But, like, it doesn't seem... I guess there could be trees in the background. But I don't think it has the buildings it needs there. There's another church at the bottom left. Oops. Bottom left. Oh, Undermere Church. Good eye. So this pond... That could be that building, but... there are trees there. There are trees there. Well, surely you didn't just cut out all these buildings between it and the thing, right? Let's look at the road a bit more. There's this with like 2. Let's see. I'm having trouble like flipping the card in my head. I do think this is likely, like, it's got the cross, it's got the trees. It's got 2 pawn candidates, but it'd be a really bad map if it's this. Yeah. Yeah. I do wish they gave you a way to turn it. That's not the best system. And welcome in, Rigordon. Oh, can I access that conversation again? No, I don't think it was any of these, so... Full money on the left side of the pond. This pond? And then left side... Gonna have to be more clear. Because they line up in chunks, and those are like your options of visiting. One close to Ferryman Way. Yeah, so this one. Yes, it does have that, this thing. This could be the one that goes up, perhaps. Then you've got the church there. That makes sense. And building right there, building right here, maybe? Yeah. Yes, I think you're right, Yon. The shed is actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it is clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up and over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a molten green cloak. I find what I'm looking for in the rear. Parts of the ivy has been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there is another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Okay, oh. Interesting. This gives bad vibes. It feels a little warmer than I would expect. I need to remark. I'm suspicious of this one. This is cool. Silver and gold. Warm and vibrating with energy. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. Interesting. Pet the Devourer of Souls. Keep him happy. Surely I won't get possessed. Great. I'll throw it to Cass. Yo! Has anything burned down yet? No. Nothing has burned down, Cinder. Verona Green. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. I've come from the Hudgefold's house where I've been helping Dr. Robertson and looking for any clues about what happened there. there wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Ulstric vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. Oh. There was a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. So, and the ravens. Very unusual, but at least they seem to have dispersed. So, we gave an Ulstric vessel to somebody. I don't know what to make of it. I'm going to take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. Edmund Bishop was being scared, right? I think somebody mentioned that. But first, I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. Anyway, so we gave somebody an Ulstric vessel. So maybe he assumed he needed an Ulstric vessel, but he needed something more powerful. Or maybe that's just completely unrelated. I've already forgot his name, and I don't think he's in our book. You gonna lurk? Be careful with those relics? Yes, I'll be careful with them, and I won't toss them to the gas, Yon. Enjoy your lurk. What was she looking for? A vestiger. A vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flame turns pale blue in their presence. That's why I can lift the candles! Also, this appears to be just like, if they don't have any on this page, then this is the symbol that will be there. Good to know. Does that look blue? No, maybe not. At the very least, we'll check our other options first. Oh? It's not like dramatic enough blue though, surely. Oh dear. Which candle came from which slot? I don't know. That... That kind of turns blue. Was there anything else about Vastigers? Can use to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames turn blue in their presence. Why do you imprison your items in this way? And Cinder, you're gonna be eating while gaming, so back to lurking you go. Enjoy your food, enjoy your gaming. Well, actually the proprietor... I'm just the apprentice. Somebody else imprisoned their items. And I'm pretty sure it was to prevent me from touching them, because they said don't even consider opening anything locked. Identified. Using a candle, I'm able to confirm that flames burn blue in its presence. Okay. And... okay, that's all the things. Pet the cat. Yes. Oh, hey, there's a spider there. I probably shouldn't be touching that. He told me not to touch things. End of day 3. 2 days earlier, the rider and his fellow adventurers were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below the Kirkhead Tower, when they made a discovery. Their elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Okay, so he was trying to get to Black Barrow. He had cut himself with a diverging hook, and he apparently could not see out of his left eye. I don't know if he cut himself on that. 2 days earlier, this guy was exploring Kirkhead Tower. Well, the tunnels below Kirkhead Tower. And they found something. Okay. And he had a companion. And now we make another card. Okay, this is a key. Touching random things? What could possibly go wrong in your shop full of magical antiquities? I know, right? After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. After a disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. Okay. Concerning. A disagreement between two houses? Lock house, so is there a key house or is that just like behind it? Lock house behind. Would I go? Keystone Manor and Lock House. So you were buried behind lock and key. So this area. That's a large field to just dig up. A large fat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. I see they marked it. It bears an inscription. On this spot in the year 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Lockheed. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Wait, was this in the perspective of the horse, then? I can't reread the card now, but... Huh. As well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Or did they lie about a horse being buried here? Interesting. If you need to dig up a big field, you just need some very motivated moles. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Item discovered. That's cool looking. Nothing to remark on inner perception. Nothing to remark on smell or hearing. Rough. Polished things inset. Slate and a dark purple gemstone. So a polished gemstone and rough slate. Okay, so you do hang. You're just... I can lay you down on the table too. Are other necklaces like that? No, okay. Most... My bad. Okay. Pet the Devourer of Souls. Adorable Jupiter. Well, the shop is still standing. Eli White. Oh, he's not dead. That's something. Say whatever you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. So, Verona Green's looking for you. I leave for a few days, and suddenly everybody's talking about ravens and curses. I'm going to need to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. At least I didn't come away with Ravenglass empty. At least I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I can always rely on Quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Okay. Stuff. Oh, interesting. A little concerning. It is a box after all, but cool looking. Okay. Lots of things. It has a smell like rotten egg. Okay. So it's made of many things. It's got a lot to examine, and it smells like rotten eggs, apparently. I am not a good person. Oh, this is the person. I'm pushing away the only person I care about. That's this. We gave it to them. Well, we gave it to somebody else. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? So this person was stealing, they were stealing somebody's necklaces, and the person came to us and they said, do you have something that will, like, teach her a lesson to not steal from us? And we had two options. We had something that makes them feel guilt, or we had something that instilled fear and paranoia. And I gave them the guilt one, and you can see her wearing it. You can see her wearing it. That's how you know it's the person. I'm not a good person. I'm pushing away the only people I care about. Help me do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Oh, you're just leaving that in my hands. Okay, this is a lot of pressure. Would that have been something we already gave once? Change, maybe? Horn shackle? The horn shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. That sounds right. Okay, horns are rubbed between one's fingers. They can be worn as a pendant, but commonly a totem of some kind. Okay, so horn shackle. Good luck. Good luck. I'm glad I didn't make you feel for real paranoid. The item has horns. Closer inspection reveals that the horns have been worn smooth. Identified. Yep. I really like that detail. They don't, like, shove it in your face, but, like, they give you the clues to tell you that you did this. That was cool. Ah. Francesca Robertson. The Evocant didn't snap Mr. Hungford out of it, unfortunately. It's strange. At times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of him. He seems to be searching for something. I'm beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I am not willing to give up so easily. Sometimes I read so fast, and other times I'm, like, so slow. I know this is a bad idea, but I'm going to need a sheep vessel to get me through this week. A sleep vessel. Like, either I'm left waiting seconds and seconds, or, like, I'm fallen behind and I can't keep up. There is no in between. It's like walking after an NPC. You cannot keep pace with it. Anyways, a sleep vessel. The 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thermic disciplines: Selenic, Druidic, Nocturnal, Duric, Wickic, and Mentic. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. So it's a 6-pointed thing. It might have, like, 6 symbols. And maybe I'll feel more awake when I handle it or something. Yeah, that only has, like, 2 symbols. forgot about these down here. Six stones, weathered, hard and cool. But nothing else would really say. Protection from insanity. A sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Hands belong to somebody else. Okay. I think it'd be a good idea if I had my 5-minute break. I would say every hour I have one, but honestly I don't. Because it's been 2 hours, but that's the general idea sometimes. Anyways, with moderation, I find I can stream longer and, like, more often. So, I will be back in approximately 5 minutes, and I'm gonna, like, get some water and just clear my head a bit. Yeah, break time. See you after. Right, sleep vessel. Pull up chat on my phone again. One moment. Loading. Still loading. Here we are. Ah. There we go. Desktop site, so it's actually large enough for me to read on the phone. Welcome back to you, Cinder. Thank you. Okay, sleep vessel. I should check for the symbols. Okay. So these. There are 3 branches of Thermachi. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols. But it's saying it follows all 6 of the principles. So I don't really know how to identify that. That's weird. I don't know what pops up. Oh. Yeah, she does seem to have those 3 white scratches. And I don't know why. Sleep vessel. Protection from insanity. That doesn't seem like sleep, though. There's 6 points, 3 gems, but 3 empty. Which there are 3 categories. I'm not sure. What's these symbols? Oh, gold, I think maybe, and would that be heart? Yeah, heart and gold is what the necklace says. Heart, gold. It does not, that's definitely not like sleep vessel type thing though. The 6 points. Okay, points does imply spikes, so it's protection from insanity. No? Okay. This has 6 fingers, I guess. It has an energy about it. Surely not, right? More difficult to handle, as though undreamed nightmares would be within are beginning to seep out. Well, then it has to be this. No, okay. Oh, hey, I'm scared. Apparently wrong items grow your fear a lot sooner than wrong other things. Well, what then? Those aren't points. You know what? Let's just find out what happens when my mind breaks, huh? A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Huh? Help. Roll. Lock. Bank. The goal is to break the seal. Match dice symbols to a selection of the seal to break it. Stars are wild. They can be any symbol as long as they are all the same. Roll the dice as many times as you'd like. Click dice to lock and unlock them. If you get 3 crossed bones before banking, you lose a life. 5 of a kind automatically breaks the seal. Okay. Oh. Huh? I'm a little confused. Okay, so those are the skull and crossbones. And getting all the way up is like where you die, but it's resets if you complete one of these, I think. I have no cats and I have no stars. I have a cat. Okay, so I can lock that, but I can't bank it because it's not yet lining up with anything. I have another cat and no stars anywhere. Wait, are these stars? These are not stars. Okay. I don't know. They're so inconsistent with some of these symbolism. I just thought maybe. I'm not getting crossbones, though. Oh, dear. I got 2 crossbones. Break the seal before it breaks your mind. Oh, and you complete the symbols, too, so you can't get them back. Well, this is just chance. Oh, and it also broke my cats I had saved. Okay. I don't like this. No. I mean, I guess maybe I shouldn't be saving cats. Thank you, Jupiter. But we already covered that these aren't stars. What the fuck, guys? Okay, that's not so bad. Oh. I think I failed to bank it. I don't know. But why the hell are our stars not looking the same? Just make it the same looking. Yeah, my IRL sanity is draining from this. I don't know. Should I bank that? Will it get rid of my other lock? I guess I'll try it. Yeah, that does get rid of my lock. Okay. Thank you, Jupiter. I don't know why they thought chance would be a fun game to play. Like, what is the point of this other than to waste my time? Oh, that was a sun. I should have clicked that. Here, though. Hey. Oh, what the... Guys! Why did you think this was a good implement for your game? Bert, welcome in. Sanity restored, win the dice game. I mean, I guess if they want to stop you from doing wrong answers, but... mostly good. But that was bad. So, I'm looking for a thing, and they've given me nothing to go off of, really. In general, I'm having a great time with this game. You know, I like the system. They have... So you can identify these symbols. Like, this one was body, I believe, and that one's gold. And then you can examine the object, so it's polished, it's cold and smooth. There's markings been carved into it. Nothing to say about scent or perception, but if you go to, like, this one, inner perception, it seems to make the hairs stand up on the back of my neck. And that one doesn't have scent, but this one, it has a smell like rotten egg. Yeah, I'm glad, too. It's good to be back. Jupiter, the cat's sleeping. Yes, thank you for your hard work. So she's asking for a sleep vessel. And where is it now? Said to represent the 6 thermic disciplines. And it's those. And helps people to stay awake beyond natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle, as though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. And that kind of tells me nothing about how to identify it. You can go to this book and be like, the thermic disciplines, and here's the 6 symbols. But that doesn't really help me. I guess day and night, body and mind, earth and moon. I don't know. But, like, I don't have anything that fits these principles, and I don't think they've given me enough to go off of. Oh, what did that say? Fills me with a sense of foreboding. I guess this is representative of, like, day and night, maybe? Would stone be body and mind? I don't know. And then when you break your mind, apparently it's a game of almost entirely chance. And that wasn't fun. I guess if they wanted to make you feel insane, they did a good job. Yeah, I love being able to pet Jupiter. Pet the cat. Hint, I guess. A 6-pointed item. But not this 6-pointed item, and not this 6-pointed item. Is it this fucking tree? First of all, there's far more than 6 points, technically. I guess you've got the moon. I don't know. This is more like 5 points, but maybe you could be counting that. Well, the tree is my last dubiously 6-pointed item that I have left. Okay, it's not the tree. I could use perception to narrow down my search. If any of my 6-pointed items feel difficult to handle, I'll know I'm on the right track. Dude, I'm lost at the fact that I tried all the 6-pointed items. This feels as if somebody's hand is guiding you, but it's definitely not 6-pointed. So one could call that difficult to handle, but there's not 6 points. At this point, I'm just gonna have to use, like, the inner perception on all of my things, I guess. If you count the nose, you gotta count the feet and tail as well. The golden thingy next to the green eye. No, I tried this. I'm pretty sure I tried. Well, maybe I considered trying this, but it doesn't have anything to remark, so it's not difficult to handle. Heart feels lighter. That's identified. Nothing to remark. That one's identified. Apparently has nothing to remark about this eye watching us. Maybe it's feeling I should be looking at. This is only 5-pointed. Strong sense of being watched, apparently. Multi. Yeah, that's your nickname from Flackride's chat. Welcome in. Yeah, just a normal green eye. Yeah, I hope you're well. At this point, I'm gonna toss this out even though it doesn't have a 6 point. Like... Is there something in this shop I failed to find? Yeah, they're in control of that. Grave detail. Gold leaf. Oh. Okay, so it can go in one of these empty slots, which means there's probably like 3 more of those somewhere around. I still don't know what this table is for, though. I just know you can push the inner button. Oh, I feel like I shouldn't have touched that. This is hard to handle if nothing else, right? There is no... Am I blind here? There's nothing else. There's no other 6-pointed item, guys. What are you talking about? Nothing feels hard to handle. There's no other 6-pointed item. Oh, God. Just take a hammer and split some pieces off until it has 6 points. Can you break into the locked cabinet? What about the pink tagged item down below? I think I know what this is. I guess somewhat painful could be declared as hard to handle, but it says it holds untold fears inside, which I thought was something else. I guess I could... I'm handing her everything else. Really? This barely even has 6 points. And one of them is the hanger. That doesn't count. Oh my god. This is the same problem in the other game. Like, what the hell? What color did you use by default? This one, maybe? What the hell? See, it's like... And thank you, Flack Riot, but... my in real life sanity is draining. I'm starting to feel insane. Many years ago, I owned a Silent Breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. It's about time I replaced it. A Silent Breath. You'll get the dice. I'm like, okay, but that's what started to make me insane. That's what set this off. Silent Breath. There are those that consider the white heart... There's no E. Heart is spelled with an E in there. I mean, not that English really makes sense with an E there, but... Anyways, there are those that consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there is no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. A Silent Breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. Oh, nice. The white stag, guardian of the forest. Small token taken from a living stag. Not use. Nothing to remark about the hearing. Nothing to remark about perception. Pointy, textured, clay. I mean, it's stag-like, but they said taken. Oh. A small token taken from a living white stag. Contains, but that doesn't mean you can see it. A white stag, a white hare. Stand up on the back of your neck, a sign of danger. I did like this. Okay, yeah, that's good. This item features a white hare, a potential trophy from a white stag. On closer inspection, my senses come to life. So does that mean there's danger in the shop? I mean, we do have so many dangerous objects. Till heart is an adult male deer. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay. That's the cat. Feline priorities. Pet Jupiter 30 times. This is my first stream. And I've already pet him 30 times. You have a green demonic eye watching you, so I don't think there's any doubt about danger being around. Point, yes, true. I mean, hey, he's the devourer of souls. I have to keep him happy, not to mention he's adorable. And he helped me out. Rufus Shelley. I've always wanted to try a Daedalus Link. I have a personal interest in the Celestial Branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. I mean, I have a tree that seems branch-like, and now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Really? You said the dangers, and then you're like, this dangerous magical object, definitely the best way to, fix a roof. Oh, okay. A Daedalus Link is a powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, however, so it would be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light and weight. Their designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight, a feather, or the wing of a bird, or an insect, or something. Example. Or something that's literally floating. If it's not this... Okay, it's okay. I mean... Perhaps I should have examined my other options that once, but... Oh, they made it easier this time. There's less symbols involved. That's better, at least. Maybe they're like, this person failed so much, we have to make it easier. That is a lot more reasonable. Okay, that's not so bad. Must pet the cat. It's the law. Yep. Okay, I like to think I went insane and I actually saw the future, and this is literally the first time I've met that guy, but like I predicted my doom. Like I went insane before this ever happened because I knew I'd fail or something. Now what was the actual details they said? What was this again? Dataless link. I really wish we could, like, pull the book down and look, because I don't remember my details. Faucet of flight, a feather, a wing of a bird, or an insect, to be example. Okay. And lighter than it appears. Should I weigh these then? Yeah, some of these are heavy, so... I feel like you'd call this lighter than it appears. Faucet of flight. Those aren't feathers. If it's not that one, I'm gonna riot. Good, good. So insanity has taken root. Bird Morphet is a connection to flight. Using my weight scale, I confirm that it is very lightweight. Yep. All makes sense. I do like most of these. It's just occasionally, it's like, this isn't hardly pointed. It's hanging from one of them, which makes it even less pointed. It's like, yeah. And like, Untold Fears inside, it's like, that's not hard to handle, and the ravens are back, I see. Look, looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to an extent... okay. Words, get in order. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's going to be worse this time. After speaking to Verona, I've come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleeston Castle. My family has lived there for generations, and I know there are artifacts that would be of use to you, gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom, and run anything you find by me, of course. Gleeston Castle, the South Tower. I forgot, somebody mentioned the tower at the end of a day. That's they were like examining the tunnels under a tower, and I don't remember names, so I don't know if it was like Gleeston Tower or something. Anyways, oh Wait, you gave me power to actually explore his... Okay. That's kind of cool. But you had a different thing. Here's something to get you started. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door to the left. There's a small plip in the corner of that room with an item on it that you are welcome to. I never did like it anyways. Okay, words. Oh, no! My bad. Anyways, Kirkhead Tower. Okay, Kirkhead Tower. Let me try and remember that. At the end of a long passageways, after days spent clearing away dangerous lockfellows, the duo came across a chamber. In it, they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Like a cat tomb, maybe? Devourer of souls, something like that. I shouldn't be blaming cats. Anyways, they found a small tombstone. Too small to contain human remains. I mean, it could have been a baby, maybe a raven or a crow. Maybe that's what set this off. Go to the South Tower. Kirkstone Tower it was. Okay, let's put the maps in the same drawer, I guess. There's several towers. They're not named there. Kirkstone? Galfrey's Tower, but that's not Kirkstone. Okay, I don't see a Kirkstone Tower. Gleeston Castle. I don't know. I do think now's a good time to end it. You know, I'm intrigued by this, so I'll want to get back to it. I'm getting a little tired. And yeah, coming up on 3 hours. Let's end it. Cat. I love Cat. But yeah, if anybody's wondering why I keep calling him the Devourer of Souls, because I noticed. Devourer of Souls. Jupiter. Like, why does he have this title? You know, the doctor, the ornithologist, the occult scholar, the thaumaturge, the Devourer of Souls. Like... Yeah. Yeah, ending stream. Classic Cat. Yeah, and he is adorable, and I love that he has 2 colored eyes, like... And he purrs, and he's so cute. I love him. Okay. Let's see. Would that just be exit then? Yeah, they'd save automatically, I think. Main menu. That's what you see when you open the game. Game saved automatically. Okay, cool. And ending screen. So, I'm gonna go watch Dansky, which means I'm gonna go, I'll send you over to Dansky too. Little Dansky, I hang out there all the time. Great place. Stream manager. Raid. Where's the raid button? Where's the raid button? I can't find it. Yeah. Raid. Here. He is playing Pacific Drive. Personally, a very peaceful time. Okay. Start raid. Right. So, I notified Discord. My VODs go on YouTube. Yeah, both linked on my Twitch. Always be yourself. Have a good day. Rest well. I'll try and do the same. Bye, everyone. Raiding. Wait, I'm not gonna be able to hear him when I raid, am I? One moment. Here, rating. Bye. Bye, everyone. Have a good day. And end my own stream.